But every year we do this 10 surprises. And in that, I said that, contrary to popular belief, Bitcoin would have a breakout year post-halving and into this Thanksgiving period. We would likely see six digits. I think we'll be well into six digits. Is it 110, 120, 130? I don't really know. And I think this Thanksgiving will be the best Thanksgiving ever. The fair value is going to be somewhere in the 80,000s, but we'll go right through fair value during this whole Thanksgiving. You tell two friends and they tell two friends and so on and so forth, like the Brett commercial. And I think between kind of Thanksgiving and December, we're likely to see, and it might even run into the first part of the new year, we're likely to see the same type of parabolic move that we saw in each of the previous cycles.
The holiday season is here, and experts believe this could be a standout year for the cryptocurrency and digital asset space. Mark Yusko, founder, CIO, and managing director of Morgan Creek Capital Management, sees the crypto Thanksgiving effect kicking into high gear this season, potentially making it the most significant Thanksgiving for the industry since Bitcoin's inception. In a recent interview, Yusko shared his optimistic outlook, predicting a strong Bitcoin rally by year's end. He anticipates that Bitcoin could reach or even surpass $100,000 per coin by the close of 2024, breaking its previous all-time high. "I think we hit six figures," Yusko stated in an interview with Thinking Crypto, where he shared his annual 10 surprises prediction. "We'll definitely take out the all-time high," he added, suggesting this could happen in a matter of days. In a more recent interview with the Barron network, Yusko reiterated his six-figure target for Bitcoin, emphasizing the importance of the holiday season, especially with Bitcoin already in a bull market and nearing its all-time high of $3,750. Yusko is confident the rally has only just begun, expecting Bitcoin to soon cross $80,000 and then $100,000 as we approach 2025.
You don't have time. Don't miss out this 2025 bull run. Educate yourself first ahead of the crowd. We have created the ultimate step-by-step crypto cheat guide that will guide you this bull run. Unlock the secrets of crypto and make smarter investments today. Now by clicking on the link below to get your exclusive copy just under $10.
But every year we do this 10 surprises. And in that, I said that, contrary to popular belief, Bitcoin would have a breakout year post-halving and into this Thanksgiving period. We would likely see six digits. I think we'll be well into six digits. Is it 110, 120, 130? I don't really know. And why? What was the basis for that? Well, we had a halving event, right, which is where the block rewards get cut in half, and that happens every 4 years. Now, what's interesting about that, it's one of the most ingenious things in the code, and there's a lot of ingenious things in the hard code of Bitcoin, but it's really ingenious that every 4 years, you motivate an event that causes price to rise. Well, as soon as the price starts to rise, what do human beings do? We chase momentum. So the momentum followers come in, and that pushes price further. And then we get what I call the Thanksgiving effect. And I think this Thanksgiving will be the best Thanksgiving ever, because what's going to happen, I believe, this Thanksgiving is the network value today is somewhere in call it the high 50,000s. Well, that was the halving event occurs. So the network value should double. Normally we double from the low 50s to well over 100. I think this time we go from the 50s to that 80 number that people are talking about it. But that's the fair value. The fair value is going to be somewhere in the 80,000s. But we'll go right through fair value during this whole Thanksgiving. You tell two friends and they tell two friends and so on and so forth, like the Brett commercial. And I think between kind of Thanksgiving and December, we're likely to see, and it might even run into the first part of the new year, we're likely to see the same type of parabolic move that we saw in each of the previous cycles. And to answer your question, if Trump wins, and we'll see what happens, but it looks good. He's basically said, look, I'm going to be pro-crypto. I don't think he may actually be pro-crypto. I think his kids are. But I think he's smart enough to see, there's 260 million people that own this thing around the world. If I make them happy, they'll vote for me. That works. Not all of them in the US. But I think he figured that out. So he's talked about things like a strategic Bitcoin reserve, that would be hugely beneficial
Yeah.
for price. Harris, on the other hand, why she didn't just jump on the bandwagon? I don't know. I mean, ideologically, she didn't want to piss off the Elizabeth Warren crowd. I don't know. Huge mistake in my mind.
Yeah.
I think she
It
lost
is an odd situation,
a
that's
whole
for sure.
bunch of voters. Being a political candidate and saying, I don't like Bitcoin, alienates a large voting bloc that likely is going to swing the election. If Harris were to win, I do believe we'd have a sell-off in BTC short term. A Harris win would be wildly better for Bitcoin long term, but horrible for the rest of us, because the idea that you can print money out of thin air forever and the value will increase is so illogical.
Yeah.
And but she's convinced them that it does work. And yet here we are, like you said, gold at all-time high prices, real estate and stocks, quote unquote, at all-time highs. Oh, but here's the weird thing. Stocks are only at highs if we value them in toilet paper, in dollars. If we value stocks in gold, they're the same price today, Paul, as 1996.
One major event Yusko is anticipating after the upcoming election is the potential departure of SEC Chair Gary Gensler. Gensler has drawn strong criticism from the cryptocurrency industry for his strict anti-crypto policies. Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong recently expressed his frustration on X over the SEC's intensified enforcement actions under Gensler's leadership, voicing his concerns just days before the U.S. election on November 5, which could significantly impact crypto regulation's future. Armstrong argued that the next SEC chair should withdraw all frivolous cases and issue an apology to the American people, acknowledging that while this wouldn't undo past harm, it could begin to restore trust in the SEC as an institution. Armstrong has long criticized the regulatory ambiguity and lack of clear guidelines that he believes have hindered innovation in the crypto sector. He shared an image illustrating the SEC's shifting stance on digital assets like Bitcoin. In 2018, the SEC stated that digital assets were not securities, yet in 2021, it suggested they represent an investment. This inconsistency extends to the SEC's regulation of crypto exchanges as well. In 2021, the SEC asserted it lacked a framework for overseeing crypto markets, only to claim in 2022 that Congress had granted broad authority over these exchanges. As a result, many crypto companies remain uncertain about compliance in light of evolving regulatory guidance. Armstrong and others hope a Trump presidency could favor the crypto industry by sidelining figures like Gensler and Elizabeth Warren, who have been vocal critics of cryptocurrency. Now, let's return to Yusko's interview as he shares his views on top altcoins like Ethereum, Solana, and others.
You got Bitcoin at the top, Ethereum's the crown prince. But here's the problem. Some of those other princes, and you mentioned them, Sui, Solana, etc., Avalanche, are nipping at the heels of the crown prince. And the challenge is, someone asked me this question. I said, that's a really good question. I can't answer. They said, if Ethereum didn't exist and it was invented today, would anyone use it? It's slower, more costly, does kind of the same stuff. Probably not. Okay. So why do people use it? Well, because it's got a great installed base. And Paul Romer won the Nobel Prize. He said, it's not the best technology that wins. It's the technology that gets critical mass first. So is Ethereum good enough, or can they make enhancements? Because anything about open source, if someone's better than you, you can just copy paste and fix it.
Right.
But they've been slow to do that. And I guess there is we had the merge, now we got the surge coming. So that's something. But at the end of the day, Solana has proven that despite all their problems, right? And we made a lot of money in Solana, right? Thank you, Kyle and Tushar. But I never really believed in it because it kept failing and transaction would vaporize. But they fixed some problems and they got better and they got more adoption. Now, are meme coins enough? Probably not. But they've done a good job resuscitating themselves when they were on the verge of being done, like literally done 2 years ago. Sui has come out of nowhere. they've got they had they're born on third base and think they hit a triple, kind of, launched by big flashy
Yeah.
people. And so now they got to prove it, right? Now they got to, get home.
Could happen.
It could happen. No, it absolutely could happen. But at the end, innovation wins out, I think. And real innovation in these areas around, speed, reliability, consistency, and cost are what drives us. And we've talked about this before. Look, I think this is the greatest time to be an investor in this space.
For
and
sure.
The internet disrupted two very large industries, media and commerce, right? You're a perfect example of citizen media. And that is incredibly awesome and amazing. And all the market cap that was at, the media mogul business, ABC, NBC, CBS, and the mom and pop shops in commerce have now gone to places like Amazon and Netflix. Well, the financial services business is much bigger. It's $7 trillion with a T per year. That's not the value. That's the amount that's transacted per year. And we are going to displace all of that into these digital tools. Huge opportunities.
No matter how you look at it, the cryptocurrency industry seems poised for substantial growth in the coming weeks and months. Central banks are preparing to inject large amounts of liquidity into their economies, which will likely benefit all financial assets, but especially cryptocurrencies like Bitcoin. Additionally, regulatory clarity in the US is improving, setting the stage for higher crypto prices in the near future. On social media platform X, Brian Armstrong recently highlighted that, regardless of the election outcome, this will be the most pro-crypto Congress the US has seen. His tweet reads, "We get the US election results in 6 days. No matter how you slice it, it will be the most pro-crypto Congress ever. But we're not slowing down post-election. Today, I'm announcing that Coinbase has committed another $25 million to support Fair Shake PAC, which will fund efforts leading up to the 2026 midterms to elect pro-crypto candidate. We're also supporting Stand with Crypto in their goal to reach 4 million advocates by the 2026 midterms. The crypto voter is already a force to be reckoned with, and it will continue to grow. We're committed to protecting customer rights and helping pass sensible legislation in major markets around the world." What are your thoughts on Brian Armstrong's tweet and Mark Yusko's prediction that Bitcoin could reach $100,000 by Thanksgiving? For more Daily Dose Crypto news, check out these two awesome videos on your screen. Click now and we will see you on the next video.